guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
Today we're doing Berzerk. Do you know it?
I don't know.
I think you do.
Okay.
This was I think it was the lead single off the album, honestly. But it definitely was a single. I know once you hear it, you'll recognize it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm not recognizing it by the name.
Yeah, so it does say Berserk in the song, but that's not necessarily how I would identify it. You know what I mean? Like if from the chorus.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll check it out, we'll break it down, all that.
Sounds good. And this video is sponsored by Chomps. Got another one right here. This is the beef and jalapeno, which is really, 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 really good. I'm not going to make him try it because he doesn't like spicy that much. But again, super soft, super moist, delicious, spicy. And you can use our promo code that I will throw here for 10% off all orders and an additional 10% off all subscriptions. And the link is in the bio as well. You can also head to SeatGeek and use that same exact promo code for $20 off your first purchase for any sort of ticket for like a game, sporting event, concert, comedian, literally anything. Same promo code. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all social medias. And that's our username for like literally everything. And yeah, that's everything.
All right. Here we go. Berserk.
Now the shit's about to kick off, this party looks whack. Let's take it back to straight hip-hop and start it from scratch. I'm about to bloody this track up, everybody get back. That's why my pin needs a pad, cause my rhyme's on the red tag. Just like I did with addiction, I'm about to freak it. Like a magician, critics I turn to freak it. Got them still on the fence, whether to peek it. But quick to get impaled when I tell them eek it. So sick from looking pale, well that's my peak it. About to go ham. Now bitch, shout out to peek it. Let's bring it back to that vintage slim bitch. The order NC mixed with Da Vinci and MC Rin. And I don't mean Stimpy's friend. Been public enemy since you thought PE was gym.
Shoes off, let your head out.
All night long,
Pull your beard out, just weird out.
all night long. We're gonna rock this house until we knock it down. So turn the volume loud. Cause it's spin to the AM. So baby, make this like cake. Better let yourself out. Let yourself go. I say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to not go for broke. Everybody,
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys at home probably didn't hear me, but I said I know this song.
Yes.
I don't hear him say Berserk at all.
So I don't know if he says it.
Oh, like
I
someone
don't.
else is saying?
Yeah, it's to go Berserk. Yeah, I don't know if that's
I
him.
hear it.
So, okay, a few things to point out about the song. The chorus is sampling Billy Squier. I believe the song is called, let's see, The Stroke by Billy Squier.
Like slowly stroke me?
No, I don't think that's the same thing. I'm not familiar with that song, honestly, but that's the sample that he's using. So there's a little play on the lyrics and actually sampled in the chorus, so you hear them both singing, you know?
It is a song. It's not slowly stroke me. He says stroke me, stroke me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the sample.
And then he samples the Beastie Boys.
Yes, which Rick Rubin produced this album and this track in particular. Rick Rubin produced the Beastie Boys and that shit, so there's the tie in there. And we actually hear Eminem shout out Rick Rubin in the song, and he's in the music video as well.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay. So he starts off first verse. He says, "Now the shit's about to kick off. This party looks whack. Let's take it back to straight hip hop and start it from scratch." So there's a play on the original forms of hip hop, which the emceeing,
Yeah, and they like scratch the record.
yeah, the DJs. So it used to just be DJs, you know, and they would
Mhm.
just do this, and then all of a sudden somebody got on the mic, you know, and started talking and shit. So literally start from scratch, from the beginning, and then, like you said, DJ. "I'm about to bloody this track up. Everybody get back. That's why my pen needs a pad, because my rhyme's on the rehag."
Like a period.
Yes. So yes, he's bloodying the track up. He's doing the period scheme, and then
Period scheme.
yeah, that's why my pen needs a pad because my rhyme's on the rag. because he's bloodying the track up. And then I believe the way he does the rag is another, it's like a Beastie Boys reference, like the way they deliver the line.
Okay.
Yes, he does that actually throughout the first verse, like through this section here, where he's, rapping like them and doing the.
Yeah, no, I noticed that for sure. But also when he says kick it,
Yes, exactly.
that almost sounds like a sample.
Yeah, and yes, I always thought it was a sample, but then he has his other lines, which sound exactly like, I don't know if that was Ad Rock. I don't remember which Beastie Boy it was that said kick it, but it sounds like his voice on the other ones too, for the stick it, you know what I mean? So I'm actually not sure how that, how they got that effect.
Yeah.
So he continues, just like I did with addiction, I'm about to kick it. So self-explanatory, but kick it like on the microphone, rap and shit.
Yeah.
And obviously he's sober. Like a magician, critics I turn to crickets.
Nice.
So yeah, he silenced them. Got him still on the fence. I think it's whether to pick it. Let's see, not ready to pick it. Got him still on the fence. Whether to pick it. So obviously, like a picket fence, and then
Yeah.
picket line protests on the fence. I love that. It's crazy. Every single line's like a
A
bar.
bar.
Yeah, it's nuts. And then he says, "But quick to get impaled when I tell him stick it." So
Okay.
another stick, impale.
Yeah.
So sick, I'm looking pale. Oh, that's my pigment. So he means sick in the sense like he's awesome,
Yeah.
but then obviously when you're sick, you
Sick, you
look
get like,
pale.
yeah.
And then he does pigment, obviously, because he's white. Then he continues, about to go ham, you bish. Shout out to Kendrick.
Lamar.
Yes, so he has that song, you
Yeah.
bish. So, and then ham, hard as a motherfucker.
Mm,
Then he says, let's bring it back to that vintage slim, bitch. The art of MCing mixed with Da Vinci and MC Ren. So old school Eminem, let's go back to that. Well, old school Slim Shady, at least. And then the
mhm.
art of MCing mixed with Da Vinci. So like Leonardo da Vinci, right? So he's like an artist.
Yeah.
And then MC Ren, who was in NWA with Dr. Dre.
Okay.
So he's saying he's like a mix of Da
All of
Vinci and
them.
MC Ren. Yeah. And then he continues on that scheme, MC Ren. And I don't mean Stimpy's friend.
Like
So
Ren and Stimpy.
yes, exactly. Bitch. Then he says, been public enemy since you thought PE was gym.
That's so funny. Like, there's like that one point in elementary school when, like, I feel like it's always the gym teacher. He's like, it's not called gym. And you're like, what do you mean? He's like, it's physical education.
Yeah,
And you're like, it's gym. And they're like, no, it's not.
that's so funny. Okay, and then so they actually got the first word wrong. It's kick your shoes off. So let me just read from here. He goes into this is actually considered the pre-chorus. It's
Okay.
kick your shoes off, let your hair down, and go berserk all night long. Grow your beard out, just weird out, and go berserk all night long. So I don't know the grow your beard out and just weird out. I don't know if like that just like grow a beard for fun or be weird. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly the meaning of growing the beard out. Like, does it just make you weird? I don't know if this is inspired by Rick Rubin. And as I mentioned, he's in the music video and he
He's a
has
big beard.
big beard. So I don't know if it's like a tip of his cap to him. And then he does the chorus. It says, we're going to rock this house until we knock it down. So turn the volume loud because it's mayhem till the AM.
Nice.
So, baby, make just like Kate Fed and let yourself go.
Because he got like fat or
Y-
whatever.
yes, let yourself go. Say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to not go for broke. So, everybody, go berserk. And then it says, grab your vial. Yeah. So Grab Your Vial is a direct sample from the Billy Squire song. And I actually don't even know what it is in that context. I don't know if they're talking about like drugs. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna go berserk, get your drugs. You know what I
Maybe.
mean? I don't know what they're alluding to there.
I'm not
I'm
sure. I don't remember. I just know the chorus.
Yeah, I'm just assuming it's drugs. So I have Lyric Genius open, and if you'll notice, there is, I don't know if you could see, there's yellow writing on this specific line here, right? So
So
baby,
it's annotated.
but it's Eminem's annotation.
Yeah.
So this is actually something really funny. So Eminem, he writes, everyone thought I meant baby make when I really meant baby, comma, make. I really wish I would have thought of that. I'm not really that clever. So Kevin Federline was famous for being a nobody and getting Britney Spears pregnant and becoming, the baby's father. So people thought that Eminem, when he says, so baby make just like K-Fed. So make babies just like K-Fed did. You know what I mean? But Eminem's like, I wish I thought of that, but that's not how I meant it. I mean, he could be joking. Maybe he did mean it that way. You know what I mean?
Well, I look at it as like make yourself like Kevin Federline and let yourself go because he let himself go.
Of course.
But if you're gonna make babies and have children like K-Fed did,
And then you know what I mean? You could, if you want to read it as the baby making one, you could read it as baby make like K-Fed and then let yourself go. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Which is what he did.
yeah, that's true. Okay.
So yeah, he was married to Britney Spears, got her pregnant, and then got very fat.
Yeah.
All right. And that is where we left off. So we will pick it up here.
Guess it's just the way that I'm dressed, ain't it? Khakis pressed, Nike shoes, crispy and fresh lace, so I guess it ain't that aftershave of cologne that made him just faint. Plus I showed up with a coat fresher than wet paint. Sweet love is a chess game, checkmate. But girl, your body's banging, jump me in, bang, bang, bang. Yes, sir, Bob. I was thinking the same thing. So come get on this kid's rock, bob with the bob, dang, dang. Pow, 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 pow. Chicka pow, chicka wow, wow. Got your girl blowing up a pow, 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 pow. Bitch, slow it down, throwing the town to the town, town. Throw it down, I don't know how, how, how. At least I know that I don't know. Question is, are you both so smart enough to feel stupid? Hope so. Now hope.
Kick shoes off, let your hair down.
All night long,
Pull your beard out, just weird out.
all night long. We're gonna rock this house until we knock it down. So turn the volume loud, 'cause it's spinning to the AM. So break the bass up like crazy. Let yourself go, let yourself go. I say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to not go for broke.
Forgot how short the song was.
Yeah, it's not even 4 minutes. It's like a second shy.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a few random words that are fucked up here, so I'm just gonna read off my phone to
Okay.
not confuse myself. So he starts the second verse. He says, guess it's just the way that I'm dressed, ain't it? Khakis pressed, Nike shoes crispy and fresh laced. So I guess it ain't that aftershave or cologne that made him just faint. Plus I showed up with a coat fresher than wet paint.
That's a good line.
I love that line. So yeah, he does like the lyric here, just it's crispy and fresh laced. So he's literally just talking about his wardrobe, right? And then he's smelling good, but he looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then coat, paint of coat, paint of coat,
Coat
coat of
of
paint.
paint.
Yeah. And then obviously outerwear garment, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
A
And
jacket.
yes. Then he says, but girl, your body's banging. Jump me in. Dang. Bang, bang. So that's a cool line. So your body's banging. So, and then he says, jump me in. So like gang banging.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and then you get jumped into a gang.
Mhm.
So that's a cool thing. And then he does bang, bang. And then he says, yes, sirree, Bob. I was thinking the same thing. So come get on this kid's rock. Ba with a ba, dang, dang.
That's from Kid Rock
Yes.
song. I forget the name.
Ba with a ba.
That's yes.
Yeah. So obviously he's playing on Kid Rock, who makes a cameo in this video.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's in it for on this part of the song. So it's obviously a
That
play
makes sense.
on Kid Rock's name, so referring to his dick as Rock.
Yes.
And then he does the pow pow chicka wow wow. So he's doing like the pow chicka wow wow, like the like the sex music.
Sex.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The pow chicka wow wow. So that's what he does after the come get on this kid's rock. And then yeah, these fucking lyrics are terrible. Then he says, "Got your gal blowing up a valve, valve, not catch a cab." So when he says, "Got your gal blowing up a valve," I guess he means like she's wet. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Blowing up a valve,
Oh.
valve. And then he continues. He says, "Ain't slowing it down. Throwing the towel to towel. So he's not going to slow down.
No.
You better just quit. dumb it down. I don't know how. How. And then the way he does the is like being dumbed down. You know what I mean? Like he's stupid.
Yeah.
And then he goes, at least I know that I don't know. Question is, are you bozos smart enough to feel stupid? Hope so. Now how? So I don't know why I love that line. The at least I know that I don't know question is, you bozos smart enough to feel stupid? Hope so. So like you have to be smart to feel stupid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
makes
he's
sense.
doing like, I guess, he's like, I recognize that I don't know everything. But so if you think you know everything, you're actually really dumb. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? All right. And then he gets into he does the same little pre-chorus, and then there's a slight little variation in the chorus the second time. We're gonna rock this house until we knock it down, so turn the volume loud, 'cause it's mayhem till the AM. So crank the bass up like crazy and let yourself go, let yourself go. Say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to not go for broke. So everybody. So here, the second time it says get your vinyls instead of vials. So the first verse on here it did say vials. The lyrics on the screen right now say vials, but it didn't have anything for the first one.
yeah.
But lyric
Maybe it's vinyls. That makes probably more sense.
maybe, but unless I don't know if the vinyls is actually said in the original song. Oh yeah, he does say get your vinyls and vials. Interesting. I don't think I ever knew that.
No, I only remember like the chorus of the
Yeah.
song.
All right. So we will pick it up from here. We'll play it out.
They say that love is powerful as cough syrup and styrofoam. All I know is I fell asleep, then woke up in that Monte Carlo with the ugly Kardashian Lamar. Oh, sorry, yo, we done both set the bar low. Far as hard drugs are, though that's the past, but I done hit enough codeine and not future in it tomorrow. And girl, I ain't got no money to borrow, but I am trying to find a way to get you alone. Oh, Marshall Mathers, get everybody know. Get the bar so leathered. Kangos and heartless cargoes. Now you're fixing to get your heart broke. Don't be absurd, man. You bird brain baby. I ain't called anybody baby since Birdman. Unless you're a swallow. Word, man, you heard. But don't be discouraged, girl. This is urgent. Unless you got toe jam.
Take shoes off, let your hair down.
All night long.
Pull your feet out, just spit out.
All night long. We gonna rock this house until we knock it down. So turn the volume loud. Cause it's spinning to the AM. So baby, make just like cake. Better let yourself go. Let yourself go. I say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to not go for broke. We're gonna rock this house until we knock it down. So turn the volume loud. Cause it's spinning to the AM. So crank the bass up like crazy. And let yourself go. Let yourself go. Say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to not go for broke.
Okay. We will do this third verse real quick. Oh, I'm lost. All right. So again, the lyrics are fucked up. I'm going to read from you. So he starts off the third verse. He says, and they say that love is powerful as cough syrup and styrofoam.
Like lean.
Yes. All I know is I fell asleep and woke up in that Monte Carlo. So that's a play on, I don't remember who that song. Who did that song? I woke up in a new Bugatti. Remember that song?
Rick Ross?
I don't think it was
I
him.
don't know.
Let's see if there's an annotation on that. So either way, it's a play on that song. So instead of waking up in a Bugatti, you're waking up in a Monte Carlo, which is not that great of a car. Oh, Ace Hood. That's
Oh,
whose song it
right.
was. So then on the note of waking up in a Monte Carlo instead of a Bugatti, he says with the ugly Kardashian.
No, she's not ugly, guys.
I mean, I don't think she's good looking. But comparatively, either way, you know what I mean? He technically doesn't say. I guess he said you could interpret that
We all
as ugly
know
compared to the
she's real pretty
others.
too.
Everybody knows. Yeah,
She's really pretty now.
maybe. I haven't seen her. Then he says, Lamar, oh, sorry, yo.
Which kind of Lamar O, because his last name's Odom.
Oh, that's true. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom, you're right. Sorry, yo. We done both set the bar low. So that's an acknowledgement of the Monte Carlo instead of the Bugatti, and then what's her name again?
Chloe.
Chloe instead of one of the other ones, which is a very funny line. Then he says,
And that kind of like lets you know, like it's clear that it's Chloe that he's talking about because
but
no one else dated Lamar.
yeah, he's apologizing to Lamar directly. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's funny that he did that, and like he could have left it at with the ugly Kardashian, and everybody would have knew who he was talking about. But then he speaks directly to Lamar, which is really funny. And then he says, "Far as hard drugs are, though, um, that's the past. But I did enough codeine to knock future into tomorrow."
It's funny.
So he's done, obviously he's clean, he's sober, so he doesn't do drugs anymore. And then to play on Future's name,
Yeah,
knocked him into tomorrow. I love that line.
it's funny.
Then he says, "And girl, I ain't got no money to borrow, but I am trying to find a way to get you a loan. Car note." I love that fucking line.
Car note?
Yeah. So he says, "I ain't got no money to borrow. So no money to borrow, but I am trying to find a way to get you a loan. Car note."
What's a
You
car
still don't get
note?
it?
No.
So alone. LA space.
Like LOAN.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a play on.
But what's a car note?
So the when you pay, like the what you pay for your car, it's a loan. You get a loan and then you pay off the loan. That's called a car note.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never knew that. I just called it a loan.
Yeah. So he's doing a play on. He's like, "I don't got no money to borrow," meaning like you're not going to get money from me, right? But then he says, "I'm trying to get you a loan." Obviously, he wants to get you by yourself,
Yeah,
playing on get you a loan.
there we go.
Then he says, "Oh, Marshall Mathers, shithead with a potty mouth, get the bar of soap lathered." So I like that line. So he's doing a play on. You could read
Like
it as
washing your mouth out with soap.
yes, the potty mouth. But
Yeah.
then when he does the get the bar soap lathered, so you could look at it like the bar where you go to drink, like he gets that place like lathered. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like soap. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
excited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if somebody's like in a lather, they're all like worked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Car cane ghost and
Yeah,
Arthur's cargos.
yeah, that's not anything like that.
Who's Arthur's cargos?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. Then he says Kangol's and Carharttless cargos.
Okay.
So Kangol, like the hat, right? And
Yeah,
then
I hate
he's
those.
doing a play on Carhartt and calling it Carharttless cargos. And then yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then on that scheme of Carl Heartless cargos, he says, "Girl, you're fixing to get your heart broke." So he does heart broke on the heels of calling Carhartt's Carl Heartless. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then he says, "Don't be absurd, ma'am. You bird brain baby. I ain't called anybody baby since Birdman, unless you're a swallow." So Birdman, Little Wayne and Birdman. He goes by Baby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why Little Wayne's Birdman Jr. He's like Baby is
Baby
his
Junior?
he's Birdman Jr. But yeah, Baby. So he's doing a play on I don't call anybody Baby. The only person he ever does is literally Baby Birdman. You know what I mean? And then he
Hmm.
says, "Unless you're a swallow." So it's a play on
The
bird.
bird.
Yeah, which he did. He called her Bird Brain, and then
Yes, so like a big bird
And
scheme.
then Birdman.
Big bird scheme.
Yeah. And then unless you're a swallow, we'll play on the type of bird, and then obviously swallowing. And then he laughs, and then he says, "Word, Rick." And then you hear, which I believe it actually is Rick Rubin, say, "Word, man, you heard." And then Eminem continues, "But don't get discouraged, girl. This is your jam, unless you got toe jam."
Ew.
Which is so funny. And then yeah, it goes back into the pre-chorus, and then he actually does both versions of the chorus back to back
And then there's no music.
on the last one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
like
like fades
it's
down.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, which I like. It's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Berserk.
So it's really good. I remember it being in like a commercial. I can't remember what the commercial was.
Interesting. I don't
It
remember.
was, I think.
No, I believe you. I just don't remember.
Yeah, and then so I never knew that he sampled Stroke Me by Billy Squier. I don't recognize it, and I know that song, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
It's weird.
So I love the song. I actually know where I was the first time I heard it. I was in rehab in a gym at like a shitty rehab too, like the state run. I was at CK Post, and it was the week this CD came out, and one of the kids' girlfriends was like up there and burned him a copy.
It's so
So we were in the
funny.
gym and he was playing it, and this song was playing, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is cool."
That's-
But yeah, I love it. Like I said, this was a single off of the album. I think it was the lead single. I'm not positive on that, but I believe
Yeah,
this is like the first thing that was released off this album.
it might have been. 'Cause it was for sure in commercials. I think I heard it
Yeah,
on TV, maybe, or I don't know. It was on TV though, like for sure.
yeah, and it's really cool the tie-in with it's very a Rick Rubin centric song. He's producing it. He's sampling the Beastie Boys, which the Beastie Boys produce. You know, he produced the Beastie Boys, and then Rick's in the video in the third verse. You know what I mean? It samples his vocals.
Yeah, that's
S-
really funny.
It's really cool, and the music it does sound like old school, like Beastie Boys era music.
Yeah,
Like everything about it, like the way he's delivering the lines, the beat, all that shit.
exactly.
So yeah, it's really cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
And don't forget to use our coupon code, promo code, whatever, for Chomps and SeatGeek. The links are in the description below. And like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you. Bye.